So reviewing my goals for this race, one of them of course is to not do any stupid nutritional experiments on race day. To this end, I am really trying to keep track of what I do and how I fuel my long runs so that I'm not just winging it on race day. 2 weeks ago was the Blue Sky Trail Marathon. One of the goals of that race was to really experiment with nutrition, specifically how much sodium I was intaking. So I went into the race planning to take in a whole bunch of sodium, including eating potato chips right from the start, and I think that the amount of sodium that I was taking in really worked for my body. So after the race, I wrote down exactly what I had eaten to calculate how much sodium I had taken in. So looking back, I started the race with a half a bag of potato chips, which I measured out to be just about 2 ounces. I also had 2 bottles in my hydration pack. Each bottle had 2 scoops of Gatorade Endurance formula, and then I carried 2 GU Roctanes. At the aid stations, 3 times I took coffee cups full of potato chips, and I also refilled my bottle with Tailwind, which was the nutrition that they had on course. Totaling this all up, during Blue Sky, I took in about 2,587. That race took about 4.5 hours, which gives us a sodium per hour intake of roughly 575. So what I'm going to try to do today is recreate what I did during Blue Sky on my long run, specifically taking in that same amount of sodium per hours to see if I can prove that that's about where I need to be on race day. So today's run is probably going to be about 20 miles, which should only take 3 hours. So what I'm going to do is start again with half a bag of potato chips. I'm going to carry my 2 GU Roctanes. I'm also going to add an extra scoop to each of my bottles of the Gatorade Endurance formula. Total this all up, this should give me more than the sodium I need to get through the long run without bonking and feeling as strong as I did in Blue Sky. Potato chips at mile 4. Yummy. Nutrition test went well. It's always a victory when my muscles get tired before I bonk. But it's also still really cold here, so being mindful of that and that the race is in the desert, probably the next step is to up the sodium intake from 575 milligrams to something more like 700 milligrams an hour, just anticipating the heat. Right, Eva?